Greetings, groovy people! Welcome to this week's time-lapse video. I'm the self-proclaimed Blue Dragon, ringing in the new year with You Gotta Have a Plan, Man, Part 2. This week, I'm inking panels for my free webcomic, The Whimper in the Dark Wind, as I like to call it, because I'm lazy. It's on Comic Theory. You can check it out there, or you can check out any of my not safe for work adults only comics at the links provided in the description if you're an adult. It does have a violence tag, so there's a warning on that. Yeah. Anyway, last week I recapped some of my 2019 goals and mapped out a few ways I had set about achieving those goals. So this week I want to be sharing with you some of my 2020 art goals in hopes of 1. Making public record of my goals as a means to hold myself accountable. Which is weird because I have no shame, so if I don't achieve them, I'm not going to feel bad about being shamed or anything. Wow, that really gives you an incentive to watch this video, doesn't it? I'm sorry, I will totally take any shaming into consideration if I don't achieve these. 2, I hopefully, possibly, intend to inspire you, the viewer, to do the same, to create some goals, or, at least have some kind of aspirations, maybe give you some inspiration on what you could possibly want to set as your own goal. I mean, you don't have to copy me, but maybe it'll inspire you to do something else. I also want to share some of my ideas, kind of dovetailing on that previous one. Maybe excite you to tune in to this year's videos to see my progress, or maybe even view my complete and utter failure. Everyone loves a spectacle, and I aim to please. Sort of. Sometimes. I mean, I'm pleasing someone, even if it's only myself, right? Anywho, I'll try to elaborate on these goals and try to make them a bit more entertaining so that I'm not just blah 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 listing what I want to do as I'm want to do. Something else I want to do is, word of Wednesday, encumber myself with massive piles of unrealistic goals. So here it goes, my 2020 art ambitions. Oh man, I started out really easy. I wanted to write a retrospective of 2019. And look, Mom, I already got it done. Not only did I write on my Crystal Lotus Chronicles website the updates for anyone who goes there, but I also posted it to Comic Theory and I did a YouTube video on it, so hooray for setting small goals and achieving them. You gotta start little, right? Okay, so about 4 of my goals are taking my personal participation in community to the next level, both online and in the real world. I want to find local comic artists and anime and manga groups and fans and to try to network with them to both receive support and also to give support. Basically just become part of my local community. I want to get my comic into local shops too and kind of see if I can also promote their business. I've actually talked to one shop in St. Louis and they're willing to, even though they haven't even seen my comic, as long as there's no hate speech in it, they're fine with having local artist stuff in their shop. So that's groovy. I like that they don't care how small or how big you are. Comic-wise. And as long as there's no hate speech, I can get behind that, so. I want to entertain the idea of a Comic Theory mini-zine, and I'm not going to go into details about that yet until I unveil my plans on the Comic Theory community. I don't know, maybe a flop, maybe no one will even bite, but you never know until you ask and see if anyone's interested. But I'm not going to go into details on that. And I did get the idea from someone on Tapas who prints their own for somebody, for people that they know. So mine's going to be a little bit different. I don't want to just carbon copy what other people are doing, and I will be advertising their comic probably later on. I've already advertised it on my Tapas site, but they seem pretty cool. I want to be more helpful on the forum communities that I am a part of. I do try to give critiques, but sometimes I don't really feel unqualified, or I'm not on the forum every day, so sometimes people beat me to the punch, and I don't want to just be repetitive and say the same thing over and over again. But I do want to interact more and maybe participate in more crossovers, and if I can get in on more critiques, and also helping to promote other people's comics, because I am very passionate about independent comics. It's not that I am jealous or envious of people who get really big. It's just that they don't need the promotion, you know, they've done it, they've made it. So I want to try to help others. And I mean, yeah, of course there's the caveat, I want to be helped too. So I mean, I'm not just being selfless, but at the same time, you got to give a little if you want to get a little, and I don't know. It feels good to help people. So yeah, anyway, there's that. Whatever. I sound really nonchalant about these goals, don't I? They really do matter to me. It's just hard to, like, you know, share them with people, even the general public, you know? It feels weird. But yeah, networking and feeling to be like a part of the community, that's very important to me. I mean, it's important to people in general, right? So since moving here to Missouri, which is where I'm located now, I've had trouble finding people with common interests. And I mean, this isn't like a reflection upon the people around me. I mean, everyone, I mean, I get along with people and I have a few people that I interact with, but they don't really share the same commonalities or interests. It's always good to find people who share interests with you so that you can form some type of camaraderie, you know, share new tastes, things of that nature that interest you. And so that's kind of something that I really want to focus on this year if I can. I don't know if I'll achieve it, but we'll see. There's that. So some simple or not so simple comic specific goals, and these are all pertaining to Dark Horse. Wind is a fun side project that I work on and that I like to share with you guys in order to help me learn how to better show and not tell. It's supposed to help me with motion. Showing the dogs in motion might help me figure out better how to present continuity. So these goals that I'm listing off now are really more for Dark Horse. And one of those is to edit and prep Acts 3 and 4 for PDF and print. Get the final versions of those out. Of the revamp, I should say. And then throughout the year, I want to get the complete Act 4, 5, and 6 revamp done. And having done that, the current Act 6 that I'm working on would become Act 7, and I would like to catch up my Comic Fury mirror site, which is the first site that I've ever had. It's really not the mirror, it's the original. But I want to catch it up with the revamp so I can take down the old shitty art and shitty storytelling and put up the new shitty art and shitty storytelling. I also have like subscriber goals for Tapas, Comic Fury, maybe Smack Jeeves. I really don't like their new interface. I don't know, I'm just old and confused, and they have like a public setting and they have like a private setting, and like I try to set it to the right thing and I think it posts when it's not supposed to. Last week it didn't even post at all and I was pissed off because of that. I don't like the new Smack Jeeves bullshit, okay? Somebody needs to talk to them. I feel lots of people have talked to them and they just don't give a shit, so I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, I have some goals to update, clean up, fix various elements of the Crystal Lotus Chronicles website, my main domain for Dark Horse, Redbubble, you know, my shop, stuff like that. I should probably get my Redbubble looking way better than it does. It looks like shit, you guys. So that's a goal. And, you know, I still have scripting the end of Dark Horse on the list because I know it won't happen, so hey, it'll give me something to add to my list next year. Woo. Anyway, I had a great time at Con All Delete last month, so I hope to attend at least 2 to 3 conventions in 2020, and that video is coming out this Friday, so stay tuned for that if you guys are interested. Yeah, I've got some lifelong goals of improving composition, backgrounds, perspective, action, storytelling, you know, working on comicking, you know, fixing everything that I do wrong, and will probably still do wrong, but it's a learning process, and I think I'm getting a little better, right? Maybe? I have a couple YouTube goals too. I mean, I would like to grow my subscriber numbers, but I would really like to focus on creating videos that interest the people who are already here, kind of steer people towards my free webcomics, maybe educate and inspire, even if you're just learning from my mistakes. Hey, that's a form of education, right? Yeah, I also need to create that intro video to stave off little children from my channel because it's not for kids and I want to use that as an armor of protection from the FTC. I'm being melodramatic. I am not serious at all, you guys. I think that would stop anything anyway. I think people are smart enough to tell my videos aren't for kids. And I really want to go back and finish doing the captions, you know? Yeah, finish. That's all I got to say about that. I've really dropped the ball on captioning, and that's terrible because I should have some type of priority for persons with audio disability like myself. I mean, I don't really have a disability because, like, I will say what. I mean, I know I've lost some hearing for sure, but I will say what before my brain has processed what's said. So as soon as I say what, I have understood what was said, and then the poor person I'm talking to is just repeating shit that I finally have processed. So maybe there's just something wrong with my ear to brain connection. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway. Maybe I'm just a bad listener. Okay, enough of this silliness. Question of the week, the same as probably most YouTubers. What are your goals or ambitions for 2020? Share that down below. Thanks to my patrons, you're amazing, and you really help to make these videos and my art possible, so thank you so much. If you'd like to become one of us, there's a link below in the description. Otherwise, please like, sub, and do the bell thing, and that also helps me out a lot. I appreciate it. Peace and love, fare you well, and keep on trucking.